My dear Patreon and Telegram subscribers, welcome to this weekly edition for October, the mid of the month from October 13th to October 19th. I do have the summary attached to the entry, so have a look at it with all astrological aspects, and the ones who are interested to see the whole video, you can do that. And this means that we will have an interesting week, but with a bit of delays. I know I hate them as well because it decreases accuracy, but Pluto will turn direct on the 14th of October, which is on Tuesday. I think we will have some bullish influences possible, depending how this will develop, but I do expect also retracements, and you can see all aspects in the days and also mentioned when this is more likely. And now let's go into the details for the Bitcoin horoscope for the day and the market to correlate them, and to give you also a view on the Astro-based price trajectory. Here is the week, so from the 13th to the 19th of October, and I do see a drop in energy, at least. Again, I would like to know the money, but I know the energy only, and I will put intensity on each aspect based on observation. In general, they work, but the problem this week will be that Pluto turns direct. Pluto is about big money, regulation, institutions, governments, and we might finally get some serious news from US. Could happen, and I do think this will spark volatility in the market. We'll have a dump, but then slowly it will go further. So in a nutshell, I do see the first 2 days, let's say at least 1 day and a half, pretty okayish around the values that we currently have. It depends also on the volume on the day, but I don't think we will have high volumes, and I will come to this in a bit. Then we do have a recovery. After whatever drop, I see it around 14th, 15th. It's very complex astrology on those 2 days. Yes, it is bullish, so this bullish part really shows the recovery, and we have this negative intraday aspects, which I think they will be quite powerful, to be honest, and this is because Pluto on the day of turning has also a bearish aspect, and it has also a bullish aspect. But for Bitcoin, in the Bitcoin horoscope, it is bearish, and in the global astrology it is bullish. So basically we need to take this into account. Then still the influence in the next 2 days is more bearish, I would say, at Bitcoin level, the 17th, 18th, as you can see, but there are also some intraday aspects which are pretty strong and can really trigger this recovery with a higher speed. And then finally we have a neutral weekend, sort of, yes, a bearish neutral, and this will be, I think, quite quiet, and it will reflect in the next week on the 20th, because then Pluto will finally move from its stationary place, where it will stay for around 12 entire days. It is the slowest moving planet, therefore it takes ages to move when it turns. Let's see quickly where we are. I mentioned this also in the other video for the ones who saw it. So in terms of price target, this is the BTC daily chart. I filmed this on the 9th of October. As you can see, it is really slow. Yes, we see higher highs, but slightly higher. I don't think we will get 135k unless something extraordinary happens in the US with the government situation, or some data that really changes the course and we get super bullish. But otherwise, if we continue like this, I do think we will have volume downwards, which will be pretty strong. Therefore, I think we won't really reach 130k even for the next week. I think it could be more than we have, let's say 128 or something, but I don't think at this stage, at least with the current environment that we know, that we will get 130 even, not to talk about 135k, which was speculated. Now, blue chip altcoins, I apologize first of all for not mentioning these, but I thought that this is really at your fingertips right now, that you have all these. I want to show you how I do it, and this is the way I did it also in the past in all the videos, but let me know in comments if you still want this section actually, because everybody has it. So this is basically for the silver tier, and you have, for example, XRP would be, in my opinion, the best bet for this controversial week, because we have the most bullish influences for it from the 13th to the 19th. It's not so clear, but at least we do have some bullish days, and also, yes, it's mixed, but it's more movement. If we see here for BTC, it is yes, in the middle of the week we do have bullish days, but then it is more bearish. So this is the way I looked at it. If we see Doge, for example, it has a lot of red, so it could be an opportunity to buy DCA for the longer term for the ones interested, depending on how the price really evolves. The others, Solana and this, I think they will be underperforming BTC. Maybe here in the mid of the week we can see some good movements, but as you see, the astrology that is pertaining to their own horoscope is not really overly bullish to help it, so to speak. So therefore, I would stick to XRP. I would have a look at that. Some closing thoughts here. I think this week something can happen in US. Because of this Pluto turning. Pluto is about governments, big money, institutions, regulation. So we might get some news there, some movement that would really turn the markets around. I think we'll have to deal with a dump and then pump. This is what I see. So stay tuned for that. So everything can be really very volatile this week. I would expect that. Although it could be also the fact that we get some news. I think some news will be there. If they will be manifested in the price action immediately, this is another story. But if it doesn't happen, something major, I mean, like besides this consolidation of the price around 122.23 as you see, and even 121, we see that it drops also. So let's say a consolidation above 120k. So besides that, and maybe move upward, maybe 128k I would see, not really over 130k, then it needs some news, some big shift from US, which can happen anytime. So I would recommend to be vigilant and watch the news. Thank you so much for your loyalty, for your support. I am very grateful for that. I hope this information helps you, and let me know also what you think about altcoins, if you think it is necessary to mention them each and every time. Thank you, and have a good weekend. See you.